What's up, guys? Wait, I phoned you here, and today I got a Wi-Fi battle against Flameguy208. By the way, it's obviously Pokemon Black and White. Well, Pokemon Black. So let's get into the game. So I start off with Hippowdon, and he starts off with a Lilligant. He probably predicted some type of ice move and switched out into his Musharna to take the hit. And I get it kind of lucky, and I get the freeze hacks on him. So he recovers a little from his leftovers. I take the chance and put up some stealth rocks, because I'm sure they'll be helpful in the long run. He goes for Moonlight, trying to get some HP back. And then he gets hurt from the Sandstorm. So I go immediately for the Earthquake, trying to get as much damage as possible, as it is a stab move. He goes for a Psychic, and it does a good chunk against my Hippowdon, as it is a very good wall. So he has leftovers, I have leftovers, and we're both recovering, stalling out the game. I go for another EQ, just trying to wither it down. He goes for a Calm Mind, trying to set up, and I'm not really too sure why. I don't know if that was a misclick, misplay, because it's gonna die in the next turn. Why set up? I'm not sure. So he, after that Calm Mind, now he decides to switch out into his Caracosta. I'm not too sure why he even switched into Caracosta. I mean, the Earthquake is gonna it's not gonna take the Earthquake too well. It's Caracosta's Water Rock, and ground beats rock, super effective. So he goes for Protect, trying to stall the game even more, and I overpredict, go for the Ice Fang, predicting that he'd go back into his Lilligant. Fail on my part, and we both get leftover recoveries, and he goes into his Sock. Now, his Sock does not take my EQ too well, as you will see in a second. EQ does a decent amount of damage to it, and one more EQ will take it out, so I get some more leftover recoveries, and so does he. So he takes the chance and poisons me with Toxic. That's a pretty nice move, something you wouldn't see on an everyday Sock. So he gets the poison and lets Sock die as my EQ knocks it out. So some more leftover recovery, and the poison is not too much of a problem, as I can just anytime go to my Milk Tank and do Heal Bell and get rid of it. So he goes back into his Lilligant. I'm not too sure why, if he's going to switch out. I'm guessing he predicted an Ice Fang and wanted his Pharaoh to take the hit, and it does really well. I mean, then again, I don't have any EVs in attack, so. But anyway, so recover some more from leftovers. Yeah, this is a very long battle. It was originally 33 minutes as I sped it up to die. And yeah, I take some poison damage and goes immediately to the Earthquake, as it is a stab move, and hope Biggie will do a lot. Not too sure why it lagged here. Sorry about that. So he goes for the Energy Ball, and it does a decent amount of damage, as I almost die. One more Energy Ball and it'll kill me. So I recover, but then I lose the health from poison. But that's not worrying me too much, because, well, I could, like I said before, go into Milk Tank at any time, Heal Bell, and get it back. So I decided this is a good time to go into Milk Tank. Or should I say huge tits, because, oh my gosh. That thing is, dude, it's ugly, it's huge, it's like 900 pounds. Don't get me started on its ears. It just moves randomly. What the heck? Get out of here. Yeah, this is ugly. I don't really like Milk Tank as a Pokemon. I just use it just to stall out battles, and Heal Bell, of course. Heal Bell is awesome. It's a very reliable move, and I recommend it to all beginners and upcoming battlers into the competitive Wi-Fi battling community, because it will heal you from every status effect. So it's really good. So he goes for an EQ. He gets a crit. Doesn't worry me too much, because it's not a game-changing move, so not a big deal. So I switch out, and I go into You're Lying, aka Porygon 2, as I know I can take any hit it throws at me. He goes for a Blizzard, and surprisingly, it doesn't miss. I mean, it's not like made a difference, but he gets it. So right off the bat, I go for Toxic just to poison it and wither it down, because that thing has some nice defense, and it could be a threat to my team, or at least stall my team. So as you can see, I go for Toxic, but I miss. Now I'm not too sure how he hits a Blizzard and I miss a Toxic, but that's luck for you, and that's how things work. So I get some more leftover recovery, as he does too. Good. That's like the 30th time this game. Sorry about that. Just a little boring. So I go for Toxic again. I actually predicted a switch here, and he doesn't switch. He stays in as, I guess, a Death Spotter. And I mean, it's not too good to go for Toxic if it's gonna die in one hit from a T-Bolt anyway. So I'm not gonna say it's a misclick, but I mean, I should have probably went for the T-Bolt right off the bat. So his Pharaoh dies, and Sandstorm is still up, both affecting me and his Pokemon. So he brings in his Asglore. I know it's gonna outspeed me, but I know I can take any hit it throws at me. So I go for a T-Bolt just to see how much damage it do, and it does, of course, a good chunk. Now it's not stabbed. I do not have specs, and I do not have any special attack EVs. So for a Porygon 2, that's some good damage. So he goes for Toxic. Doesn't worry me too much because I have Heal Bell. So I was afraid he'd go for Venom Shock again, so that's why I went for Recover, and I get all my HP back. He has a Citrus Berry, which to all upcoming battlers out there, do not use a Citrus Berry. I do not recommend it because you're only going to use it once. What's the point? So I predict another Venom Shock going to Milk Tank just to take it. Milk Tank takes it very good. I believe I go for Milk Drake right here. Predicting a switch. And he does switch. So, Milk Drake. And, yep, back at 300. Of course the Sandstorm is going to still hurt me. Sorry for this long battle, it's really long, actually. Even though I mentioned that like 2 seconds ago. So I go for Heal Bell, get rid of the poison off of my Porygon 2. He goes for Blizzard, but that's not going to do anything to Milk Tank. Milk Tank is a beast. Even though it's ugly and has huge tits. Just saying. I don't mean to offend anyone with huge tits, because yeah, I'm not trying to offend anyone. So I go to It's Over, my Emboar. And this guy is a beast. This guy, man, he takes out 4 pokes, man. Pokes as in Pokemon. Short term for Pokemon, my language. So I go for Hammer Arm, stabbed, and I believe it has 100 power. My Emboar is scarfed, so I'm gonna be locked on to Hammer Arm now. Now, I was a little worried that his Asklor would outspeed me, or even any Pokemon would outspeed me, because as you can see, my speed keeps dropping. But it doesn't. So I take some Sandstorm damage. He brings out his Caracosta, and sadly to say, it's gonna die in one hit. Super effective. Stabbed. I believe with max with Adamant Nature, its highest attack stat goes up to 373. Maybe mistaken, but... Or is that Jolly? I don't know. He brings out his final Pokemon, Acid Glory. He goes for Protect, trying to stall off the game. Doesn't work out. And that's pretty much the game. So, good game, Flameguy208. The score is 6-0. I'm not too sure why he couldn't take out any of my Pokemon. But yeah, it was a pretty good game. I'm back into Pokemon Wi-Fi battles, and if you guys could do me a favor and rate the video, a comment would be nice. Please no trolls. I'll block you a millisecond right after. Yeah, I'm that active. Well, maybe not. Maybe not a millisecond, but I'm back into Pokemon Wi-Fi battling, and the more likes I get, the more likely I'll post more battles. So if you really did like the video, and you really like Pokemon Wi-Fi battles, and you think my narration is okay, decent, please give it a thumbs up.